Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Amber.
Chris.
Ross.
And Brandy.
And I guess we're going to start talking about Boeing. They've been in the news a lot lately. First, it was the Alaska plane whose side door, it wasn't a door, it was a panel they put in place. Just ripped off.
Wait a minute. It wasn't a door.
It was a door that they took off and put a panel in its place.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I guess
because when I first heard about it, I was thinking, did some idiot try to open the door while they were in?
No, they just forgot to screw it in. Apparently,
you know. So here's the funny thing about any time you hear a problem with a Boeing product or McDonnell Douglas product, it's not like the only funds that they get are from commercial air travel. These cocksuckers get federal money to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars a year. Mm-hmm. So there is not a single reason why they shouldn't have the best of everything.
Yeah.
Probably still work 9 to 5 and get tired. Fridays.
No, you know what?
Fridays is not a good day to have your plane built.
Absolutely not. If you get $10 billion of federal money, you work 24/7, 365, and you do it 100% perfect every time.
Okay.
That's how that works. That's a lot of motherfucking money.
The hell, Microsoft, Amazon, all them will tell you otherwise.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Then they all get federal money too.
Yeah, I know.
Here's another Alaska Airlines again. Boeing plane. I don't know if this is like a Boeing issue or an Alaska Airlines issue.
Well, to be real,
sounds like maybe a little
history-wise, there's been a lot of stuff. There was a senator that went down in Alaska on a.
But that was a private plane.
No, it wasn't a private.
No, it was a commercial. It was a
commercial.
charter.
It was a little small one.
But that was
triggered like the biggest search they've ever had.
Well, it didn't take long. He flew into the side of a fucking mountain. Yeah. But that was because of the fog. Yeah.
Well, this one was a plane that flew out of Mexico, and I guess they didn't know until they arrived in Alaska. I guess that they had pets in the cargo department. The cargo door had been open.
Did they fly?
Oh, they fucking knew.
All the pets were okay.
Okay, because I was really about to cry. I was like,
the pets
they were a
fine.
little cold.
I was like, I am not prepared for this
There
emotionally.
are warning lights and
Yeah,
warning
I guess
buzzers
they just ignore them.
that go off. Like when you open the cargo door. The cargo door.
How did they not freeze to death?
How did they not die of hypoxia?
Well,
because you're talking about cruising at 30,000 feet. You get hypoxia at 10,000 feet.
Well, you're talking about warning lights and buzzers. That doesn't make any difference.
They're loud buzzers, dude.
I know, I get that. But what I'm saying is, this is not life or death, but we had a guy driving the paint truck one time, and me and another guy are on the back. And we're looking all over in the back trying to figure out what is beeping and doing all this other crap. Mm-hmm. It was up in the cab the whole damn time.
What was it?
And had a light flashing and a buzzer going off, and the guy driving was just oblivious.
Wow. Well, and I've never been in the cockpit of any of these jets, but I've been in the cockpit of the flight deck of a C-130 tens of thousands of times. And there are big master warning lights right at eye level that start blinking.
Yeah.
They're orange, which is the color of caution.
Yeah.
And they're buzzers that you actually have to press the warning light to turn off the buzzer, which is really weird. But man, that whole idea of, we didn't know. The fuck you didn't. You fucking knew. Or you pulled a circuit breaker.
Yeah.
Which
so is there more with Boeing, or is it?
Yeah, I was trying to see where this one was. A Boeing airline plunged during flight. I was trying to see.
Crashed or just
no, it didn't crash.
Okay.
I was trying to see if it
said rapidly lost altitude or something.
Yeah, if it said how much of a plunge it did. I can't see.
Shoot.
Well, so nowadays I think 99% of the aircraft, I know all the newer aircraft are fly-by-wire, which means there's no physical link between my hands on the yoke and the elevators, right? And so what you have is a feedback thing that goes through a computer.
Like a feedback simulator almost.
Right. And that computer interprets what you're doing with the yoke and sends a signal out to the hydraulic packs that move the
Well, I mean, a lot of cars are fly-by-wire as far as
drive-by-wire. Yes, it's the same thing, except there's a hell of a lot more at stake.
There's a lot more going on.
That's why, man, on the 130s, not the new ones. The new ones are all fly-by-wire, but the ones that I worked on, if we lost all the hydraulic power, you be a tired motherfucker by the end, but you could fly that. You can land that plane with 100% manual. Yeah. And they did it one time just to see. Yeah, those cats were sore for a week or two. Yeah. But it absolutely can be done.
So this Boeing was flying from Australia to, where did it say? I don't know where it was going. But anyway, it doesn't say how big of a plunge they took, but people don't have their seatbelts on. It was like cruising altitude.
Didn't you say they hit the ceiling?
Yeah, there were 300 passengers. 50 were injured. Some of them hitting the ceiling of the plane. Yeah. It took such an abrupt plunge.
I mean,
don't you know that?
Man, that made some assholes pucker up, I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
Some shorts had to be cleaned out.
Yeah.
They're saying that a flight attendant who was serving meals
on everyone
to the in the cockpit hit the seat and made the pilot go into some controls or something.
How hard did her ass hit the seat?
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, was she levitating and fell on him?
Because here's the other thing. Those seats are metal cages with cushions on them. Yeah. They look comfy, but they are rigid as shit. She didn't hit no motherfucking seat and cause that.
Well, they're blaming her.
Yeah, she's the sacrificial lamb. That was a fucking flight
They're reporting
control
that
issue.
a flight attendant serving a meal in the cockpit hit a switch on the back of a seat that pushed the pilot into the controls, pushing down the nose of the plane.
Okay.
She hit a switch on the back of the seat.
Why would there be a
switch on the back of the seat?
Oh, okay, hold on. It wouldn't be a switch, it'd be a lever. So, again...
Seems like poor planning.
Speaking strictly from the C-130 perspective, to move the seats up, there is a lever. And if you are slightly leaning forward and you hit that lever...
On the back of it, though? Wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, it's on the side.
Okay.
On 130, it's on the side. On ours, the only thing that was on the back was the where the harness buckled into. Mm-hmm. I think that was it. But if you hit that lever, it moves fucking quick.
And then the latest Boeing news is some guy was a Boeing whistleblower who was...
Oh, the one that was found dead?
Oh, yeah. He accidentally killed himself.
Yeah, he accidentally got suicided.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So I saw that headline.
So Boeing has been in the news a lot in like the last
but like
month
Chris
or
was
two.
saying, I mean, when you're talking about government contracts like that, you are talking about staggering sums of money.
You're literally talking about amounts of money that is incomprehensible.
Right. Mm-hmm. So absolutely people will kill from those amounts of money.
Oh, yeah. They'll kill for a lot less than that.
Yeah. But, I mean, I just don't think it would take much to get dead when you're talking with those amounts on the line.
Yeah.
I know what it is. She hit the button that deployed the autopilot.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
You remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
If you've never seen Airplane from 1980, you need to go watch it. It's hilarious.
Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah.
So my sister...
And Steve Gutenberg, I think.
Just discovered on the internet last night.
Oh, Jesus.
My sister's older than me. She's 8 years older than me.
She discovered Pornhub?
No.
Yeah.
No. She discovered the clip of Paul Rudd from Wanderlust.
My
girl.
Break off a piece of my girl.
Oh, my God. That scene is awesome.
Oh, my God. So she didn't think I would have seen it. I'm like, oh, please, I can quote it.
Well, it's only one line.
No, he goes on.
It's a whole monologue.
I'm going to stick my dick in you.
Up in your bag.
I'm about to break my dick off in you.
And so I was like, yeah, in my house, somebody quotes that
On
at
the
least
regular.
once a day.
Yeah.
And
I try to hit it at least once a week.
yeah, I'm fixins to fuck you. And
How do you like my exquisite erection selection?
she was like so proud of herself.
And he looked at himself in the mirror and did that, and probably did multiple takes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
But just the fact that he got through it once.
How the fuck did anybody on that set not?
Well, and the guy that walked in on him, and he's like, I'd have been losing. I'd have peed my pants.
Oh yeah, I would have shit everywhere. Oh my god.
Oh my God. So guess what else my sister did that is old lady-ish.
Oh Lord.
I saw this and I didn't comment on it because I was like, wow, there are whole Facebook groups for that. And now my sister is that old lady. And my sister, like, she doesn't look like an old lady. She's like still hot. And, but she had bought my brother-in-law a new pair of boots.
Okay.
And there had been a problem with the order, so she'd taken a picture of the receipt on her computer. How do I know about this, you ask? Because she uploaded it as her Facebook story.
Oh my god.
I was like, well, John.
I accidentally did that once. Not a receipt.
Yeah, John
But
got new boots. She said all these people were commenting, and I was like, yeah, they wanted to get their last conversation in you before the dementia took over.
Well, I meant to share something on my feed, and I fucking shared it on my story instead. And I saw it and I was like, I'm not fucking messing with that. It'll be gone soon.
What I hate about the stories, if somebody replies to him, it goes to your inbox.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
She was like, I was getting messages
Oh,
from
it
all
doesn't
kinds
like
of
make
people.
a comment.
No,
straight
it goes
to
into your
inbox?
private messages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well that's why, because like when they first started doing the stories, I had listen, a little heart. Oh, that's nice. And I did that one time. One of my friends messaged me back. I'm like, why are you messaging me?
Like,
what the fuck?
You
No.
started this, bro.
And then I'm like, oh no, I sure
My bad.
did.
Yeah, that's why I
Oops.
don't respond on those
Now-
because
now-
too many people have messaged me
Now
back.
I got to figure out how to back out all this bullshit and
Yeah.
in this fucking conversation.
Have you seen those groups though that are about like where old people put their like as their status? It's a search, like a Google
I've seen
search.
shit like that, yeah.
Old men are like large-breasted ladies,
Oh
and
my
that's
God.
their status.
I'm going to start doing that. Oh my god, that'd be funny as shit.
Or like, I don't give Facebook permission to,
Oh, my
to
Lord.
use my pictures.
I know
See
people
I still
that
see
post that
those.
all
I
the
do
time.
too. Like
Your mother.
I know.
like every 6 months, someone who I thought was smarter than that
Yeah.
will post that shit on their
I'm like,
Yeah.
you
feed,
had
and I'm
a
like-
high-paying job at one time. Did you just regress? What the fuck?
Did you just forget all of that?
I do not grant permission for Facebook, and I am opting out of the charge.
Yeah.
It enrages
For real,
me.
like I see people that I know are smarter than that.
Are they?
Well, I thought, and every time I'm like, should I say something?
I just sometimes
And I
I'll
wrestle
go,
back and forth. But do I say something?
That's kind of like, is that your company?
God damn, that was so funny.
Sometimes I do say something, and
When
I'll
she
go.
asked if Skynet was my company,
Sometimes
God Almighty,
I'll say,
that was the best day of my
you
life.
know, that's not real, right?
Oh well, better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't say it anymore. I'm like,
because
and then of course, then you can see one old person in your like group of people of the people friends in common.
And then it cascades into
Right,
all
and
of
then
them.
now all the old people are sounding off doing it, and you're like, stop.
yeah.
That was this, the one with Skynet. This is the same one.
Oh
that,
my God, that woman.
I posted. No, she was super sweet.
Oh, absolutely, very nice.
She's also the one that posted Obi-Wan Kenobi as
No.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Picture of Obi-Wan.
I bet you won't even
No.
won't even repost this.
I teed that up for her
Oh, God.
because I posted it knowing that she was
would see
online.
Oh, she probably said Amen.
Oh, she did. and that was fucking great. Oh my god!
Oh, speaking of,
I tried to tell my mom about it.
Your mom was like,
And my mom was like, "Well, what's wrong with that?" And I'm like, "Mama, that's a picture of Obi-Wan from Star Wars." She was like,
have you seen how many
what is
people
wrong with you?
have posted today about Chick-fil-A being closed?
oh my God.
Yes.
"Okay, but the manager of Chick-fil-A died."
I get
Right.
that.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of people just don't know, and people think that they're bitching about them being closed when they
Yeah.
just don't realize.
Yeah, but people,
that-
I mean,
people
there's
are
so
fighting
many
about it.
people
I'm like,
are
I don't care if they're
fighting
open or
about it on the
closed.
They made a public.
I
Like they
know.
made a post on their thing.
Yeah.
People absolutely
Well, I
don't
don't know.
listen.
yeah, but I mean,
Maybe
you
their
don't see
core audience isn't subscribed.
you don't
But
see
don't know.
every
Hey,
post from
hey.
everything you follow.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
but wait a minute. I'm telling you, people don't pay attention to anything.
no.
Like literally, we've been having these meetings about the eclipse that's coming up in April. Well,
You
there's
know, they
probably
haven't
gonna
said shit
there's
to
probably
us.
going to be people that'll be walking around or driving around and they don't know it's coming.
They will.
And they're
How
gonna,
the fuck do you
and
not
they-
know at this
whoa,
point?
wait a
I
minute.
know.
And
They'll find out.
they're gonna freak out when it turns
There are
dark.
T-shirts in the fucking Walmart.
Brandy. Literally in the last 2 weeks, I've had two people like in front of me say, "There's an eclipse coming."
Oh my god!
I'd be like,
Dude,
yeah,
I'd have
there's
been like-
T-shirts about
no,
it in
never
the
mind.
fucking
Like, where
Walmart.
the hell have you been, dude?
Nope, never mind.
I wonder how long these people are going to be here.
You know what?
It's only going to last
I
for
want to
like
be
2
somewhere
minutes.
because I want to be somewhere where people are just walking and the eclipse comes
Yeah,
and
no-
the
oh my God!
people are running.
It's
like,
the
Sky's
end.
falling.
That's
the
what
sky is
that's what I'm
falling.
saying. They'll find out.
oh my God! I now want to see that happen.
But
Now, I
think-
get from my
Just
perspective.
so I can sit and laugh.
If I have to go to a meeting at 10:30 Monday morning about it, a big meeting apparently because they're using the whole floor
Wow.
of the building.
y'all just taking that shit seriously.
Oh my God! But dude, you ought to
I
hear
know
what
that
they're telling us.
no,
I mean, they're
the-
saying
the state population is going to
hundreds
like
of
triple.
yeah.
But I don't understand
and I
why.
get it because these are people that don't live here. They've come here for the eclipse, and
This
there's
isn't the
going to
first
be
one.
things. You think about
had one
all
just a few years
all the
ago.
construction we've got going on and
It
everything
wasn't
else.
a total though.
Google's going to be telling people to go here, and you get there and you can't go here because of construction or whatever.
Yeah,
so-
but this isn't the. I mean, we didn't just
I
start
know.
doing it.
I don't
We didn't
understand
just start running eclipses
Okay,
through
Dude,
Arkansas.
I saw one, a total, when I was like 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like,
yeah, I have too. I had the
this
welding
is
goggles
cool.
on and everything.
This is cool, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Like, big
Well,
deal.
that's what, and I think this is what Amber keeps trying to say, but nobody will shut up.
Oh,
on
I'm
it until
sorry,
they're
Amber.
Go
Okay,
ahead,
so
Amber.
I understand having, make sure you get groceries and gas before because there's going to be a lot of people. Lines are going to be long. Why do we have to have 2 weeks of food? They keep saying have 2 weeks of food.
You haven't heard? The world's going to end that day.
This fucking eclipse is going to last 2 to 4 minutes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That
I
seems
don't,
like a long way to drive for.
right. That's what I was fixing to say. I don't know, and maybe I just don't appreciate
Well, but-
science enough, but I think I do.
Oh
I
my
mean, science
God.
and shit
Yeah.
impresses me.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool as hell.
but I'm not going to drive 1,000 miles
Miles,
for a
no.
2-minute event.
No. I can watch it on
was
YouTube.
it the National Guard in Oklahoma? Who are they? They're like some nuclear something.
What?
Oh,
You
I
have
missed
not heard
something.
about that?
No.
Yeah, they're
Okay, let me
standing up
look
their
it up.
National Guard.
Why?
Exactly why?
I'm not sure, but Oklahoma is standing up their National Guard for that.
For the eclipse.
And there are special units.
By the
mean,
time
we're
they
not
get in
allowed
place,
to.
it'll be over.
Well, they're probably going to get in place before it starts.
Well, yeah, there's several weeks.
Right.
It's not
but-
going. It's not going. They're not
Well, but
going to be
yeah,
activated that day.
Just like us. We cannot take off. We have to be there.
I'm just going to walk
Okay.
outside.
If stuff starts happening, no, I'm saying we have to be at work.
Right.
If stuff starts happening, what do they think we're going to do? If there's an issue over here on the other side of town, how the hell are we going to get there if you think if you think traffic's going to be that bad?
Yeah, I don't know.
God, I'm going to need you to turn the lights back on.
I mean, damn.
Hey, wait. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, and
It'll
then
be
I'll be
fine.
able to see you again.
Good Lord.
I don't know. Ever since you said that, I can't get this picture out of my head like the old Godzilla movies and people like running.
Here we go.
Argentina.
Oklahoma National Guard will have guardsmen present for the total solar eclipse on April 8th. 22 members of an elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed.
Well, I've got news for you. Let
what?
me let you in on a secret. police, military, all those guys, they love for shit like this because they get to get their toys out and play with
Well,
them.
let me tell you something.
Honest to God. I mean, you ought to see.
See, residents are
Little
being
Rock.
urged to stock up with 1 or 2 weeks worth of food. Why?
North Little Rock has a $290,000 Bearcat. It's like an armored assault vehicle. Mm-hmm. They're letting them get another one that's now like $380,000.
They get so much use out of the first one that they need a second one. Well,
They love for shit to happen because then they get to get that stuff out.
Well, let me tell you what. The NBCC people, I've known those trainers. They're not very fucking elite. It's not like that's a special duty. And you go to special shit, that's an additional duty. And they're probably fucking working in finance.
Do you know what the Rockefeller Center is up at
A money laundering front?
Petty Jean State Park?
Probably a money laundering front.
Well, it's like they have
He's like, well,
all kinds of facilities up there.
It's like a conference facility.
Conference facilities. You can rent, almost like Airbnb cabins they've got. It's a big place.
All right.
NASA has rented the entire Rockefeller Center up there for that week.
For a 2-minute
minute eclipse. 3, maybe 4 if you're lucky. I mean, I don't know.
For real, we didn't just start
in the-
running those through Arkansas. We've
I
been
think
doing it for a long time.
We're in the 2.5 minute range. Of totality.
Well, and I saw a map the
I
other
better not be
day.
in a meeting while that's happening.
Hold on, I'm about to shit myself, and then we run outside.
Yeah, y'all gonna have to give me 5 minutes.
What do you mean I missed it?
Boy, it'd be some bullshit.
But I saw a map the other day. And of course, it showed the center of the area, right? And it showed the edge of the line. And I mean, literally, the way they were talking is like the edge of that line. If you're on the other side of it, you're not really going to see shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like, in that area right there, it's going to get completely, totally dark. And then that's kind of fades, like maybe dusk towards the edge of it and everything else. And then after that.
I remember seeing a full solar eclipse when I was.
It's in elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all went outside with our glasses.
Yeah,
Or maybe
'cause
we made
I-
I think we made some sort of box.
Well, Papa let me
gotta view it
borrow
through
a
that.
pair of his welding goggles. And we were outside. He probably looked straight at it because that's what they did. But I had the
They
welding
were just
goggles.
more badass. Than,
I don't have
you
those
are right.
pussified eyes.
That's right. Well, you know what? I'm not fucking blind. So, but so anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, the manager at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Who's
we
looked
really
like
squirreled on that.
I know.
He
did we do
looked
that?
like a very, very young guy, like
Yeah, he looked
early 30s.
maybe
I mean,
younger than us.
I know it was an unexpected death, but was he healthy?
I have no idea what
It had to
happened.
be a car wreck. Had to be.
Chick-fil-A all the time.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. All that hate chicken got him.
But he looked like a really young guy. But they did.
I bet it was a wreck or something because remember that, the last time we heard about a young
There
that
were
cop.
several. It seemed like within a week, several head-on collisions
Yeah,
and
and I was just
rollovers.
thinking, I remember because this happened sometime this week, right? And I think I remember
last week, I think.
Last week, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think in the last, I don't remember, but week or so, I think I remember a report on one of those pages, that about a head-on collision.
Yeah, and I want to say it was like Wednesday or Thursday. They put out a thing on their Facebook page saying that they would saying that
Did
he
they
had
close
died.
that day for the funeral?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And that brings me to a pet peeve of mine. And someone's gonna give me shit, but
Spit it out.
If someone decides they want to give me shit, suck a dick before you do it.
I mean, all right.
I have a problem with. I saw an obituary on the BB Strong page or whatever. It's A1C, which is an E3.
Oh, yeah.
Airman, whoever, another hero gone. I think we're using the word hero a little loosely.
They've been using that loosely for a while.
Because every cop, every firefighter, every person who's in the military is a hero.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think that cheapens the word.
Well,
it does.
Just because you're an A1C and you commit suicide, it doesn't make you a fucking hero.
Well, but what I'm saying, you're a public servant, and you chose to be, and that's in of itself, that's, I think deserves a certain amount of respect. But it doesn't make you a hero, because when we say every single one is a hero, that just cheapens the word.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like my stepfather. My stepfather was in the Navy during Vietnam. You know where he spent his whole entire career? In the Navy. Stationed on Guam. Never left. Never got in any fights. Never nothing.
That's smart.
Yeah.
It's like I've been watching old episodes of The Real World, and there was a girl who was in the military, and what was it? I don't know what it was. Desert Storm or something, maybe. And she was talking about how she had PTSD and all this. She never fought.
No.
She never went over there and fought. She was like in an office or something the whole time. And one guy kept giving her shit, like a lot.
Well,
and then I finally figured out why. And I'm like, why are you claiming you have PTSD when you didn't fucking do anything?
Right. I mean, like, did she specifically claim it was from her service-related work?
Yeah, she was talking about how she was military and blah, blah, blah. And she made it sound like
that it was service-related.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool.
See,
No.
and before anybody does try to come for me, I was in the military. I was active duty for, 8 years. Did all the things. Went to all the places, So, I've seen that shit before where, Airman Snuffy killed himself. And it's unfortunate that people kill themselves. But Airman Snuffy wasn't in long enough to see any shit.
Well,
So
it's just like I can think of several younger men I know that served, and they're not even 30 years old. They never saw any sort of combat, but they're, mentally and physically permanently disabled.
Well, then they were mentally disabled before they went in.
Well, one I know was physically disabled before, and I don't know how he got in.
I know who you're talking about, and I don't know how he got the clearance he got either.
Okay,
I'm not talking about the person you're talking about.
Oh.
I take that back. It was Iraq War. She did go over there, but she was a nurse. She didn't do fighting.
I can see
Yeah,
Well,
but
but to be fair,
Yeah,
I
but
can see that.
that's some gnarly
because you're
shit,
gonna
though.
see some shit.
I mean, you see some gnarly stuff sometimes.
I understand that, but like,
And forward operating bases get mortar fire and stuff like that.
yeah, but I don't know.
No,
Like,
I
I can understand if you're out there and like when you're out, like a car backfiring or something can trigger. I mean, like how many times you walking down the road and you see someone's leg hanging off? Like, what are you going to be triggered by?
But that's not really how PTSD works.
I can totally see her having.
Yeah, I could.
Absolutely. If she was a nurse in Iraq,
if she was a cook, no.
but like the
But a
nurses,
nurse,
they
yeah.
see them people coming in there triaging with being blown up by IEDs
yeah.
and the thing,
Dying on, in
on
the...
them, people they knew, and like we used to think that PTSD just worked like that. Like you see a thing that triggers a thing, but it's not really like that. We've learned that essentially PTSD and complex trauma rewires centers of your brain into almost a permanent fight or flight. And so...
And it can be from emotional trauma. It can be from physical trauma. It can be,
if I were a nurse and I saw, you can absolutely...
Well, and the type of PTSD that she would have would be like the same as like an EMT, where you're seeing everybody on their worst day of their life
every day,
and it's
and I think it would be worse in like military bases because these are people you fucking know.
Yeah, you know them.
This isn't a stranger you get called in. It's like that's Bob from Indiana.
Yeah, I just had breakfast with him. And I think
I mean, I can understand like not wanting to go to a hospital or something. I just don't
like how it affects.
I don't understand how it affects your
daily life. I think
just because it's there. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
I can tell you, like,
I mean, people go through shit all the time. You can't just like,
no, and you can't.
I have
you know,
PTSD.
Well, I mean,
but the thing is, like, and I don't know if I have PTSD or whatever, but you know, my stepfather had me go get my puppy.
You have PTSD.
And shot him in the head in front of me. I kind of, I mean, I like dogs and everything else, but I don't actively try to, like, love them too much.
Oh, this man is a liar.
No.
Yeah, like the whole loving too much, like.
This man is an absolute liar.
I love dogs.
Let me
No,
tell you.
I understand what you're saying. You don't want to get emotionally
Right,
attached.
but he is emotionally. Let me tell you what, Missy.
Well, the fact
He
Missy's
talks
been
sweet.
around for how
He
damn
talks
long.
sweeter to Missy than he does me.
Oh, God. Because you're mean to her.
He'll be like, "Come on, baby, let's go night night."
Because you're mean to her.
Oh, fuck you! I've never been mean to a dog in my life, but like
But you verbally abuse her.
I call her a hateful little bitch.
Hateful bitch.
She will like. What did she do? You do to her last night that pissed her off so
Oh,
bad.
I don't know.
But she went over, crawled. Now, mind you, she was in his lap, snuggled, but he moved too much or whatever he did that just pissed her off, ruined her little Chihuahua day. And so she huffed at him.
Oh, my God.
Well, first she turned and looked and made eye contact
And
huffed. And then she got down, walked across the living room, climbed up onto the couch, made eye contact again, huffed at him, and then turned her back on him and sat
Wow.
down.
Wow. I'd have thrown something at her.
She's a bitch, okay? I love her, but she's crazy. But yeah, like I have PTSD. I mean, I'm diagnosed with it. Complex PTSD, it's in my medical chart. And the thing is, like, I don't have it from just one traumatic event. I have it, it's a cumulative effect of trauma over years and months, and then with acute traumas sprinkled in for flavor. And what it does is it literally kind of rewires your brain into where you're never really fully relaxed and calm. Like right here, right now, with the people that I trust most in the world, I can't really just fully relax. And I can only really do that when I'm alone. And it's just a thing. And so it affects everybody differently. And I'm sure,
you know, if you're in a war zone.
Oh, yeah.
And you're watching your buddy get shot beside you and everything else, it's just that much worse. But
yeah, I mean, you know, it's complex because it's not tied. And I'm sure this is the way it is for most, like, service people or cops or EMTs or anybody that's a first responder, because they're not responding to one event. They're responding to this deluge of events over a period of time that's just sort of like cumulative until the dam breaks, you know. And now, that said, I have PTSD. It's complex. It's in my medical chart. But I don't use that as an excuse in my everyday life. I can't go to the grocery store because I have PTSD. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just go to the grocery store, and sometimes I freak out, sometimes I don't. But if I do freak out, nobody's going to know about it but him, you know, because I know.
Oh, yeah, there have been.
I'm saying that to say I know what Amber's talking about. Yeah. Because there are some people.
The people that go out and, hi, my name's Amber. I have PTSD.
Yeah, and I may freak out on you, and this is why. Well, see, the thing is, I may be freaking out in front of you, but you're not going to know unless you're one of my, like...
Or unless it escalates to some extreme...
And I had to beat your ass or something. But, you know, I'll leave before that.
But no, I mean, we've been in the grocery store, and then, like Kroger at one point when they were doing all that remodeling, you know, you go in there to be so fucking noisy, and we've been in there before, and there's so many fucking people and all that noise going on and everything else. She's like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
There's not enough groceries in the world to make me stay in this
That's
environment.
why I can't go to David's Burgers anymore.
It's the
always
way they
Oh,
so
David's Burger.
loud.
Oh my God. I'm just like,
It's idiot.
I'm trying to eat here. Can y'all calm the fuck down?
I hate this word, but it is triggering
It is.
because you're just trying to eat a fucking hamburger.
Texas Roadhouse and
I've never been to Texas Roadhouse, so I have no experience there.
you've
Oh,
never
God.
been to Texas
God,
Roadhouse?
No, whoa. Wait a minute.
I've just never been there.
Have you heard about the woman that is suing Lambert's because she got hit with a roll?
It says
Oh my
Lambert's
God.
is the home of the
throwed
throwed rolls. She is suing Lambert's because she
I
got hit
feel
with a
like
roll.
you
I
had
bet like-
plenty of
Wow.
warning going into
Yeah,
that.
you knew walking in there was a chance of getting hit
It
with
says
the
it
roll.
over the goddamn entrance.
Yeah, it's
You
almost
knew
part
there
of
were
the
flying
name.
rolls.
Yes.
I can't eat bread ever again.
Now every
Come
time I
on.
see bread, I just duck. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people that use that. Basically, what irritates me is when people use it as a get out of jail free. Like, I don't want to deal with this thing.
And
or I don't want to deal with
I
this
think that's
person.
what bothers me. One, I think it's overused,
Yes,
Yeah.
and so many people abuse it.
it's
If
kind
a
of like
doctor said that they have it,
yeah, it's kind of like the people that talk about how OCD they are. Mm-hmm. That's so overused, and like everybody uses it.
there's a woman on TikTok. I've seen a couple of her videos. She'll have a list of, I think it's like signs you're autistic, and some of the shit she lists is absolutely
You're
ridiculous.
like everybody has that.
But you know
Yeah.
what? There's certain things I've noticed that I do.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But I don't-
like breathe.
But
You
no,
got-
no,
you
no,
got
no,
the
no.
dizzy.
This is like a thing I do.
Well,
in the
Like
course
what?
of-
I've seen the lists
yeah,
like she's
I
talking
wanna-
about,
I
and it's
want to
like
know now.
But
it's like
shut up.
no,
if
you
you
gotta tell me now.
if you
But
shower,
I'm not
it's
OCD.
you might
not that we're gonna make fun of you for
So I
it.
think everybody has.
Is it a sexual thing?
No, dumbass.
got to
Will you
jerk it
shut up?
exactly
I tell you what, when
33 times.
when I was younger,
33 and a third.
when I was younger, like if I popped a finger, I'd have to pop this.
Yeah,
one
that's
to
what I'm
make it
talking about.
even.
Little things like that.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Okay,
the thing.
And I think that's an
That's
OCD
just
kind of thing, but that
symmetry.
doesn't necessarily mean you're OCD.
Right, it's an OCD like thing, but that doesn't mean
Yeah, exactly. That's
because,
what I'm
like,
trying to say.
There
Yeah.
was a time when I worried I was OCD, but it was a very specific set of things.
Yeah.
Like, and I noticed that it's worse when I'm under stress, like a lot of stress. I mean, I'm always under stress. It's me, but like significant stress, prolonged, I've noticed that these behaviors pop back out. And so I don't know if they're coping mechanisms or what, because we get in these little things that help us cope and we don't even realize it,
It's gotten to be just an
well,
automatic
almost
thing.
like a habit, because like used to, I was so paranoid my whole life. And I don't know if it's because I lost my best friend, was shot and killed when I was 12 years old. And it was devastating. And I already had this as a younger child, but I think that trauma of that really reinforced it. So always I've been, like from my earliest memory, been afraid of losing. Everybody's afraid of losing people they care about, but it's been like a bit of a manic thing for me. Like I really get like locked into these spirals. Because I remember when I was a little girl, Mama I was sick a lot, and so I would be home during the day when I should have been at school, and she'd she'd live in with the grandparents, and she'd have to go do something, and she'd say, well, I'm only going to be gone this amount of time. And I'm like, I remember, like, I was so young I couldn't tell time. I was like, I don't know what an hour even is. Mm-hmm. And I was so annoyed because I was like, and but then after my friend died, I noticed that got really worse. And so by the time we were newlyweds with little babies, it was really bad. Like, at that point where I was so utterly dependent on him because I had two little kids. We couldn't afford daycare for two little kids. So I stayed home. Like, if I didn't watch him leave and pray for him until his taillights went away, he was not going to make it home. It was like...
I still do that with Chris.
Really?
Like, if he goes somewhere without me, I'm like, please let them be safe. Let them get back.
Yeah, like
When do I go anywhere without
like
you?
to the store or
Home
something.
Depot?
Yeah, like, yes.
I went to Home Depot last Saturday, and I think that's the first time I have been anywhere by my fucking
Like sometimes
self
it'll just like
in months.
Like if you go off, I'll be fine, and then something will pop
Like,
in my.
I didn't do it.
Please let. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh shit, he's gonna die because I didn't do it.
I knew that.
Yeah, okay. Well, at least I'm not the only one. You know, and it was like crippling how bad it was when we were, you know, and I just realized like I don't have the power of life and death. Like, you know, my lack of prayers is not a death sentence. You know, I was like, that's some hubris. Like, but it was like that need to, you know, control and protect the people you love. And so I think we all do things like that. Like, it's just
Another thing, when I was younger, I could not look behind the shower curtain.
like you were afraid you'd find something.
Yeah, like I knew someone was behind it.
But okay, if you didn't look, did that mean they weren't there, or you just didn't know about it?
I didn't know they were there. I had to make sure
They were
nobody
still
was
there.
Yes,
But you wouldn't know about it, so you wouldn't be afraid about it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Gross. My husband just showed me the most disgusting meme.
what does it say?
It says he's just a he's just a squirter. Isn't quite as sexy when it's a dude.
Gross.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
What are some other things?
No.
Anything you did that was like OCD or
Like, did
like
you have any rituals?
Even if I had like a scratch, I don't have a scratch over here. Make it even.
I don't think that's anything I do that anyone may say, oh, that's OCD. It's not. It's because I like symmetry. Which can be a form of OCD. No, Freud, you fucking fraud. Just because you like symmetry doesn't mean you're OCD. We're wired by nature to like symmetry. That's how it is. So everything I do is natural.
You're right.
You're
it
fucking
is,
wrong.
buddy.
That's what you have to tell yourself.
You're wrong.
Okay.
And Freud was full of shit.
I don't.
Not everybody has a condition. I just like symmetry.
Oh, let me tell you.
I don't really believe
When
in
we
Freud.
were like making sure the TV was even on that, and that was even with this and everything, we're like, something's off, something's not even, and we found
Oh my
out
God, that heavy son of a bitch is 3 inches farther to the left.
That centerpiece is
Oh
not in
my
the
God.
center.
Yeah.
On what the TV's sitting on,
Yeah.
that center line isn't centered. One side's actually bigger than the other.
But yeah, ain't that some bullshit? By like fucking an
and
inch.
y'all were trying to line it up, and you're like, what the fuck?
We'd line the TV up, and we're like, wait, there's more space over here than over here. What's going on?
Y'all ought to see. Wait till they get done. Austin's doing the cabinets in the kitchen today.
Oh, really?
It's really looking good.
Nice.
We went to that Ken's place, and I didn't think that their prices were all that great.
Really?
Were they not? Really?
No, they're about the same.
What
as
all?
Home
What all
Depot.
do they carry?
And it didn't have as much as I thought. There were some, they had doors, they had cabinets, vanities.
Do they have like tile and stuff, or?
Yeah, some tiles, some, like wood flooring or laminate, something.
Yeah,
A few carpets.
just kind of whatever.
And then, like, shelves, they had, like, doorknobs,
Yeah.
numbers for the address. Not a whole lot. What are you looking up, Chris?
Not looking up anything. I'm ordering our food.
Oh.
You know it's bullshit.
He's
though.
looking up how normal he is.
Yeah.
You know it's bullshit. So I'm ordering this from this pizza place that's local. And when you start your thing, you select your delivery type. I select you select
How you're gonna get it.
Yeah, pick up or delivery. So I selected delivery. Mm-hmm. Well, when I get to the checkout part, it changes it to carry out.
And you have to do it again.
And you have to change it again. And I've had to call them fucking 2 times and be like, I'm so sorry I'm retarded. Please charge me $4 now because I forgot
want you
to
to
do
bring that shit to me.
Yeah, because I'm not going to drive up there and get it. Not if they're
They
offering.
don't really want to bring it to you, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
no, dude, it's really awesome because we weren't able to have shit delivered at the house. Mm-hmm. Just because I don't know why, but and
well, actually, you were. Everybody would have delivered it to you in Cabot.
We didn't have anything delivered to the house.
Well, that was on you. You could have.
Yeah.
And they'll have this shit here post haste.
Well, what else do we want to bullshit about before we wrap it up?
You said you wanted to talk
No,
about...
that's a whole episode.
Okay. All
In
right.
OCD, symmetry obsessions are characterized by the need for things to be perfect.
No.
Chris is crazy too.
You know what?
Yeah.
Chris is crazy too.
And whoever wrote that probably thinks Freud is all
It wasn't
all
Freud.
knowing.
Freud did not write that.
He started it,
Oh my God.
and he
Baby.
was a fucking fraud.
Baby.
Not everybody's got fucking mommy issues, and not everybody has a condition, and we as humans are wired.
I think most of us have daddy issues.
Nobody said. Nobody
Yeah,
said.
you don't have mommy issues.
Are you?
You have daddy issues.
That's some cold shit.
Well, it's true.
And
Do
nobody
you think
said.
I don't either? I mean, come on.
Nobody
I got
said
mommy
you
and
had
daddy
a
issues.
I got daddy
condition.
issues. I admit it.
Nobody said you had
That's
a
great. I do
condition.
too. You know what I don't have? OCD.
I don't have OCD.
Nobody said you had OCD.
Y'all
said
say
you
my-
have traits of OCD.
Now,
Everybody
if
has-
Brandy got up right now, move that TV over.
I'm going to
I
do
took
it.
it back when she
You'll do it.
left. I got it where I want it. Actually, I do want it about 6 inches farther back. But, well, I mean, no.
Okay.
That's stuff. Leave my goddamn television alone.
I was going to actually put it like,
No, don't do that. That's awful.
look, he's in pain.
While we're here, just randomly
No,
shit
no,
around.
Oh, don't do that.
no, because I don't have this big ass TV just so it can be thrown up there willy-nilly. It needs to be...
Willy-nilly.
It needs to be square
Fucking
to
You
the
know what he
seating
sounds
area.
like right now?
Marshall?
Marshall.
Oh, fuck off.
No, because he used to say phrases like that. It's like, that's just a bunch of poo-poo. It's all willy-nilly. And I mean, this
No,
is this big,
there's-
hulking man.
No,
I
there's
like
a
cattywampus.
science
Yeah,
to the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
A science.
Baby, whatever
really
you need to
is.
tell yourself to get through the day.
Fuck off.
It's probably a condition of some sort.
Chris, I
don't
love
know.
you.
Science is not a condition, bitch. That's what it is.
Chris, we love you, and we're here for
I
you
don't
no matter
understand.
what. It's
Oh.
okay.
Oh, fuck you guys anymore. There really is a fucking science to the whole set, how to set
Oh,
up a home theater.
absolutely.
God damn
Feng
it.
shui. It's feng shui, damn it.
No,
Don't.
no, there really
Be
is. I'm not-
sensitive, goddammit.
Feng shui is a different thing.
It's a symmetry. It's a science. It's a fact. He's not broken.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with symmetry. It has to do with distance.
He's not broken.
It's okay, Chris.
I'm done talking to you assholes.
And with that, we're signing off.
Bye. Bye.